Hey, what's up, friends? Thanks for tuning in again. This is Nick Borrego from Converge Audio. This video is to show you this dulcimer that is free on VSTBuzz.com. I really like VST Buzz in that they can help a lot of people get a lot of cool libraries to start off with. Some of them are not too bad. I'd have to say this dulcimer is actually pretty decent for being absolutely free. You're going to kind of sacrifice a little bit of the cleanliness of the recording. You might pick up a little bit of room noise inside of these samples, but I really do find that for free, it tends to stand up quite a bit next to some of these prepackaged dulcimers that I already own. Now, in all fairness, these other dulcimers come in a package full of different synths and pads, and so they're not emphasizing the focus on that being the sole library component. It's not just a dulcimer in these, in which case I'm comparing them to Regal dulcimer inside of Impact Soundworks Celestia and their Plectra Series wind-powered dulcimer. These are kind of fabricated, synthesized dulcimers, but I want to just illustrate how you can get a free dulcimer that actually sounds pretty great compared to some of these. So let me go ahead and fire this Charles dulcimer up. And by the way, if you go to VST Buzz, there's more information, and I will pull up the website to show you a little bit more about the developer and how this was a library made out of the UK at Kingston University. So without further ado, let's give this one a listen, and we'll do a little bit of comparison. Okay, the first thing that I noticed about this is there's a slight little bit of detune, which kind of keeps it natural sounding in this dulcimer that I really actually dig it. And the only flaw, well, two minor flaws, is that if you have the sustain pedal, you have to be kind of careful with it, because what starts to happen is if it's engaged the whole time in order to create that sustaining dulcimer sound, it ends up canceling out some of these MIDI notes. And then you lose a little bit of that. So just make sure when you're using the sustain pedal that you pop it in and pop it out at certain points, and then you'll be fine. And then the bit of room noise inside of the tail end of this, let me replay that for you. If you can hear, there's just a slight bit of hiss inside there. So if you happen to have like an Isotope RX5 software, you can help clean that up, or you can just go through with a EQ and find where that frequency is and mess with that, but I won't get into those details right now. Let us switch over to the Regal dulcimer from Impact Soundworks. This is one that I picked up within their Celestia library. It was a fairly affordable library that contained a lot of like synthesized pads and stuff like that to make, well, the name is Celestia because it has like kind of like a real, celestial body, kind of heavenly, really ethereal kind of sounds. But they had one in there called the Regal dulcimer, and I'll show you what they offer with that one. I mean, you have a lot of things you can tweak. You can tweak that phaser. You can go into a lot of these different effects to see how you can shape that the way you want. But that is just to illustrate what that's like out of the box inside of Celestia with their Regal dulcimer. But let me pull up their Plectra series. They have one that's called a wind-powered dulcimer, and it is one of their crafted ones. It's not like the Celtic harp that they have inside there. It's just more of one of the ones that they've fabricated. Is that a bad word, fabricated? I don't really mean that in a bad way. I just mean in the sense that they've created these sounds that they're not just the natural sounds, they're dressed up. And I like the fact that they have those kinds of options in there. It's just that it's not necessarily a clean, bare bones, actual, legitimate recorded sample library from a concert hall, such as this free one from Charles Dulcimer, or from, I forget the developer's name, I'll post it up there, but VST Buzz. So anyway, going back to the Plectra series, let me play this one for you, let you hear that. It's called the wind-powered dulcimer. It has a really cool kind of, just like this pneumatic kind of sound behind it, and you'll take notice of that. Here we go. of music boxy and then has that sound behind it. It could probably be applied to a more creative and abstract kind of sound that you're going for. But once again, going back to this Charles Dulcimer for free, especially, I don't think you can really go wrong. It's another testament to VST Buzz and being a handy resource, especially for those of us who are maybe starting to build our library for the first time and want to go beyond what maybe comes as plugins prepackaged with the interface we're using. So let me just play that one more time and show you. Maybe I'll tweak a little bit of these mic positions and show you the differences. I tend to keep the mic position up close on this instrument because I like to pick up those little strikes and a little bit of that resonance up close to it. But once again, I think for being absolutely free, you can't really go wrong. So if you're looking for a dulcimer, I'll definitely recommend having you go pick this one up. Let's fire that up and I will mess with the mic placements. So there you go, a little bit of a tip off to this dulcimer, the quality of it. I think it's pretty cool. It's got a little bit of noise inside of it. You could probably fix that quite easily. At vstbuzz.com, I'll post a link inside of the description, and thanks again for checking this out. Just another free library I want to point in your direction so that if you are like me and you have a few libraries you've invested some money in, but you have a few little additions that you think, man, it'd be really cool if this arrangement was in there, but dang it, I don't have it. VST Buzz is always worth checking out to see what they offer, and they may have what you're looking for. So until next time, I'm Nick Borrego. Please feel free to give us a like, a comment, or subscribe. Every little bit helps. And I wish you everything positive and awesome and productive in what you do music-wise and audio-wise. Be excellent to each other.